As long as dad is doing what he's doing, yeah, you would never have to worry about that child going close, because that child would never get close to that man if he's doing shit like that. So that isn't even an issue. The only issue is that he's a lazy little cunt, and he doesn't protect his daughter. Because remember, just because she has that child, even if she has a child and he's living here, he's not helping her out. It's his responsibility. So that means if anything happened, the next person to take that child is him.
Yeah.
So he's not doing her no favours. Yeah. It's his fucking responsibility.
Yeah. Imagine, yeah, like I said to him, like he's saying to me, do you think I should give her money this is before another day. Do you think I should give her some money if I'm not seeing the child? You know, like I was so gobsmacked, flabbergasted to hear what I was hearing, yeah? I had to just tell it in a metaphor rather than directly tell it, because I couldn't believe I had to tell her about obviously course, yeah? So I said to him, imagine now, yeah, if you, yeah, went to live in a house with like two of your friends. So like, say it was him, me and you, yeah? And I said, yeah, right, so you are getting your bill paid by your dad. My dad is paying my bill. And your dad was to pay your bill. So your dad doesn't pay your bill. Is it my and your responsibility to pay your bill? So who should pay your bill? Which one, all out of us three, who should pay your bill? He goes, you guys? I said, you fucking stupid dumbass twat. I said, if you've got your dad, why should we pay? If your dad can't pay the bill, then you got to pay the bill. Exactly. If you can't, if we're all paying our bill and you can't, well then your dad has got to pay your bill, but somebody's got to pay your piece. If I pay for your piece, somebody's got to pay me back for your piece.
If your son,
so if your daughter is in their house, because you're not, because he's saying, oh yeah, she said that he's paying for half the bills. What do I have to pay him? I said, are you stupid? I said, you're not paying him. He said, if he's paying his money, at least I said, he's not paying for half of your bill, brother, yeah? He's giving your child half of it. He's paying for the whole thing, and then he's thinking. So you have to pay a proportion of whatever that child is paying, irrespective of your sin, because what you say, you're not. So what if your kid said to you, Dad, I've been stuck out in this, I went to America and I've got nowhere to live, yeah? Can you give me some money? Oh no, love, I don't see you. Come on.
You know what? You know what? At first, I didn't understand what you were going on about. What? So he thinks, because so if he's wait, he said, if I'm not seeing the child, should I pay for the child? But it depends. Like, see, I'm not paying for. I don't see them. So it said, and the course that I need to do is going to cost me, because it's gone from $3,500 now to 4.5 grand. So in a situation with me, yeah, and I'm not seeing that child, then if someone said to me, no, I won't pay, I'd sooner save the money and put it in an account, yeah, and then when I do see them, say, boom, that's yours, more than give her the money, and plus, because I've got to pay this and pay that. If I even give her money, that just make it harder for me to go to court.
No, but listen, the argument isn't who's the saint that pays money and who's the devil who didn't. That's not really the argument, because that's individual circumstances, you know. The reality is, it's not about that, is it? Because although you might not be paying no money for your particular reason, yeah, but you're saying that, well, you're not saying the rule is across the board that if you don't see your kids, people, don't pay, keep your money in your pocket, tell them you want to see your kid, you know.
Because obviously I'd have to fucking means test that.
The rule is you pay for your kid. Because if your kid, is out on road, wherever they are, for as long as they're not at the age to pay their own bill. Like I said, look, think about it logically like this, yeah? Imagine, you've got your daughter, and she's staying in somebody's house. Because imagine it's not your ex-girlfriend, she's just staying at someone's house there looking after your child and they're there, yeah? And they're in there, and she rings you up and says, Dad, could you send me down some money? Yeah? Imagine, oh, what do you need money for, darling? Oh, Tuesday I haven't got no money up here, They don't want to share their food with me. So like literally I've just been eating on the last piece of bread I got. Do you think you could send me some money, please? And you say, oh, I don't know, because I don't really get to see you and that, so it's your money. Really, you know, think about it logically. Logically, like, if your child is in somewhere and they money, you should be paying to your child. So at least, if they're not, imagine you got another man around that child, at least that man knows that child, whether you like it, whether you lot do with the money, the fact of the matter is, you can't say nothing because you are getting that extra money. So whatever that child money is like, it's like you are granting their wish for them. So they're saying, I wish I had £800 to pay towards this, they would just leave me alone. Well, you're putting that £800 for that child. So then that person can't say, not that child is paying for their way. Yes, I mean, now when you take that away from that child, you're not actually spiting the woman, you're spiting the child, because now your child is a wasted because he's not getting to pay for his way because he can't. Mum has to pay his way. When he's got a dad there, because if I know my mum would start being spiteful and they pay him away, I'd want to know that dad bops. Yeah, mum's being a bitch, innit? Yeah, what do you want, son? Mum, can you sort out the bill, dad? That's what I want them to do. I said, just sort out the thing, innit? Yeah, and dad said, yeah, dad, son, don't worry. What's your bill? I'll ring them, I'll sort out books and pays everything. That's it, simple thing, no long thing. You understand me? Because that child still has to pay the dues, because every time when that child's getting over, look at like with the girl's mum. Yeah, they're gonna be like, she's gonna be like to them, oh, I pay all the bills in here and I've worked so hard for the money. You understand me? But you see, when she started to put money in her pocket, you know, the kid knows so she ain't get money. Even as they come to a certain age, they're just gonna turn around and say to her, Mum, what are you talking about? Get paid. Stop being mouthy. You understand me? They're gonna get sick of that. But when they know that Dad hasn't been paying them, well then Dad's giving them no mouth now, innit? They can't say no. Say, all right then, Mum. Yeah, Mum. I'm doing the hand sign, innit? Yeah, I don't really agree with it. Full stop, innit? To be honest with you, because I feel saying, look here, what? I don't think at any point the child should not get what they're due in it. It's what they're due in it. Yeah, exactly. But so I'm not going to judge nobody, but I can't give an explanation where I could suggest that it would be acceptable. Because even if you didn't do that, that little something, because like at the end of the day, kid need to eat in it, at the very least in it. You understand me? But again, it's hard to say in it. You understand me? Like with me, look, I'll be honest with you, I never gave, but then that's a different thing in it, because what really happened is, with me and her was, I was having the kids almost every other day, innit? And doing things, buying them things and stuff like that, so it was slightly different. So that's why I didn't give her money, because what's the point giving her money, innit? When she's the money she's saving like what, £300, £400, £500 a month in buying clothes and stuff, because I'm buying their clothes and toys and all that kind of shit. So as far as I'm concerned, you gotta sort out that part there, and if you can't afford it, bring them to me. But if you're in a position that you can't take them children, for instance, well then that would be at almost 100%. Then they need their, because if they were staying in a hotel, you say they were staying in a hotel and she decided they would pay half, yeah, and then keep them out. The fact of the matter is, you'd have to pay your half, innit? You understand? So I just look at it like that. But at the end of the day, what I could say is, to somebody, like say I was talking to somebody and they were saying to me like, oh boy, you've been a bit hard, yeah. What I would then say is, well, here would be another alternative, yeah. Once you sort out your affairs. But by rights, if you can't get no contact with it, that would be a kind of a reasonable explanation as to why you sort it out. You understand me, yeah? Right, so I say, well then, if you've got interaction with them and you start getting interaction, then you can now go get yourself a bank account. So if you can open a bank account for them, yeah? Open it, like actually their bank account, and open it for them, that when you get contact, you just give them that card, so you'll see your trace of transactions then. That would be some sort of thing, because at least then you can give them a come and age their card.
Like 8 months now, but I mean.
No, but that's not. I don't give them money then. That's different.
Yeah, but so if
that's different. That's different. Yeah, but you make yourself look bad for no reason. Because let me just pause you for a second, because that's not. I don't give them money. That means I've just put a pause on it.
No, of course, man.
Yeah.
Like I was giving them money, so. For 4 years, I'm not seeing the children. I've been giving them money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you constantly know that. So I've been giving them money every month. Yeah? And then actually, in the last 8 months, because obviously I see how price everything's going to be, and then the price of rent's gone up and everything. You know what I mean? So I said to myself, I don't feel good about not. Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't do it any other way. But the reason why I don't feel good, because obviously.
Yeah, but if you did feel good, you'd have to be a bit of a singer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it makes me think. It feels like I have no fucking value because I feel all I know I'm doing, I'm not contributing. Yeah. But I know she's put me in a fucking rock and hard place because.
No, but the problem is you've got to understand like this, yeah. Right, look, like I said, mitigating circumstances, or what you've called it, mitigating circumstances. So the mitigating circumstances is like, certainly now what you're saying, now you said it like that, you put a complete different picture on it. The way you explained it was, you were justifying stop paying. Yeah, but by what you were saying, then it wasn't. So you kind of said, so I kind of get what you're saying, because what you're actually saying is that you're still on the same line as me, innit? You're just saying you stop paying, but you just flip it with your work. You just mean you temporarily, because 8 months. Yeah, that's nothing. That's just 6 months, innit? Yeah. So that means. But at this point here, look what's happened. You've got to go pay what? £5,000
£4.5.
4 or 5
Just, yeah.
pennies difference in it, yeah? You got virtually £5,000,
Yeah,
yeah?
that would
By the time you're done, yeah? Right? To go and get this city
And I
course.
spent
Yeah.
eight already.
Yeah, to do this course. So you remember you still got to drive up there and back and
that's
forth. All the subsidies. So call it £5 was costing you to do that. Then you still got to pay for whatever's going to cost you in this journey now to even get, because even if you get contact, you still got to go to one of them centre places, which is going to cost big money.
Yeah.
So now it's going to cost you big money. So look, you've got to look at it realistically. Like again, listen, I don't condone men not paying money, but this is a different circumstances, because in this case, you now have got to find in excess of in excess of 10 grand. Now, by you giving that money over there, you're gonna sort of hole out there, so you'd be better off to protect the fact of seeing the children before, like now, yeah? If I'm in here, if me and you is in here and you're starving, innit, yeah? And I'm out here, yeah? And you're almost starving and I've got energy, but still starving, but I've got more energy than you, and there's one bit of food, yeah? Who's best to take that food?
Me.
No. Me. Like what you're doing now, me.
Oh no, oh sorry, I read it.
Because although you're starving, but you can't move, brother. If I give you that food, all it's going to do is make you feel less starving. But I feel starving, but not as bad as you. I've got a bit of energy. So I could got a bit of energy to walk up there and maybe find that little bit of food, innit? So if I use this food, I've got energy now to go and get that food and come back and hopefully get enough food that you now won't be starving. Or so at least even if you're still hungry, but you won't be starving. And the thing, and then we both energy,
Well,
then we both can go up.
If you die, then everyone dead.
That's what I'm saying to you. So because you're there starving. So if I give that to you and you're still starving, you can't move, then I starve like you and die. Then you're fucked.
Yeah, it's better that you can.
So it's better you have to get you feed the one who's got a bit of energy, then he can go work a bit further to fight. Because the further he can go, the more likely he's going to bring something back. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. By that theory, that's where you are. Because what you've got to do now is look at the fact that, yes, who is most starving? Right now, they're not that starving because they have to be looked after, whether it be by the state and their mother. Whereas you're in the stage where like you are about to become too weak to move. And once you can't move, then you can't secure a future for them. And securing a future would be better. So the only thing I would say in a situation like that is that you'd have to make sure that what you're doing, you have to put your heart into it, because not that if it goes wrong, because if it goes wrong, a trier is a trier, innit? But if it goes wrong because you lapsed, then you have to ask yourself, you understand me? Because you waste good money. It's like you're at the moment, you're playing with their money. You're gambling with their money right now, which is nothing wrong with it, because the fact of the matter is the money you're going to give them at the best, they're going to be hungry for a long time. Whereas you can play with it right and put yourself in a position that you can help them to grow properly, because the fact of the matter is the kids are going to, any child needs a balance.
Yeah, of course.
And another one, another one, what happened to them?
Go on.
The woman kicked them out.
The woman kicked them out.
16 and 15.
Says
she retired now.
So where did she kick them out?
Conveniently, just convenient at the birthday of the last payment.
Or is it? Of the last payment?
Not payment, because at 16 stuff they pay. No.
Okay,
and then knowing that the other one's going to kick off, just shoved them for early.
So she mashed them up. Mashed up the children there. Yeah. And they kicked them out. So now,
so what I'm saying to you, what I'm trying to show you is, this is a pattern of their day. I'll tell you about the pattern. There's certain type of children get to about 4. They have this tendency, once they get to about 4 and they start walking, they can go to school, and then they've got that free time to go out. And they've had their maybe 2 if that's what they want. I can guarantee in every situation around about that time, all the like why did you do that? You could have been there for 20 years. Now all of a sudden these things are a problem. And then they start rocking, then it goes, but it never just go, that person beat me up or raped me. That's always seems to be the very key point, that they really mock the women who really go through them things, and then cause up some big stink-ass thing, and then when they reach about 12 up into 16, then they start getting a rockers with them every 5 minutes, because after a while, while the dad is thinking, oh, she's turned my kids against me, they hate me, them mans have to be careful what they do, because while they're there thinking negatively like that, the problem is, when they come to the situation where the kid, say like now, they get to about 14, 15, when they're going to see the kid, and the kid might come back and say like, oh fuck, like you don't, instead of calling you by your name, Dad, Yeah, you be thinking, listen, I don't care about you. You know something, because I don't want to think it. You will talk to me. I don't know, I'm here, but if you want to talk to me, you got to talk to me respectfully, and like narky off yourself, innit, yeah? And I realise that, in actual fact, they were ready, yeah? They were ready to actually make harmony. You don't know me, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, yeah? They were ready to make harmony, yeah? Because what you got to find is, and I'm telling the pattern, I've seen it. When they get to 12, why they were narking? Because women like a pattern about them. So what they're going to tend to do is right there. When they get to 12, they're going to say to the kids, your dad don't like you, it's all me and you and this and this. And as your kid, and that, you just say, oh yes mummy, yes mummy. But when they get to 12, everybody just then turns to the adult they're going to be, but they start from a young version, innit? So therefore they have their own points of view, which is not based upon real life, but it's based upon who they are as well. So at that point there, she said, Dad didn't like me. She said, well, why isn't Dad like me? Oh, just I said so and this and that. And then they start thinking, I'm being controlled by mummy, and they start getting narky. So from that 12 to 16, they start to argue. So now, mum's always saying, oh, you're just this and just that, and you're not having this. Then they get so angry, and then they're like, wish my dad was here, he just let me down. So now they just feel let down like they're on their own. So they're just a bit tetchy at this point here. Then they bust free, because they will throw them out about 15, 16, when they know they can go somewhere, when they've got their oh la-di-da, I'm the winner out of it, yeah? And then when you now buck up there, now if you take it the next way, and they cuss you down and say, oh fuck you dad, you're a fucking prick, you left me, you're a waste man, put on there, my dad's a dickhead, and all them ones there, yeah? Then the first thing all you can do is just say, and they say to you, and you ring up and go, you ignore the calls. And if they ring up and say, oh, you did this and this, oh, can I have this? At no point do you sit there and say this, like, you just leave them at their time. And then when they cool down, something bad will happen to them, they're going to lose their house or something. Yeah, and they're on the road and all their mates, you know how it goes in life, people, you know how it's normal things in it, people let you down. And then at that point they feel lost, so they're going to say, and they ring up and say, oh Dad, can I have some money or something? And they say, what's wrong? And I say, oh, I've lost my house and this and that and rare, and I just don't know what to do. He said, all right, that's what do you need? I said, look, a lot of water will cross between the bridge, between us, this and that, yeah? But you're my daughter, you're my son, innit? So I'm still going to look out for you, yeah? But I'm not about giving you money for you, you understand me, yeah? Right about now. So tell me what I can do, and let's see what I can do to help you. So now you give them that sense that you've always been there for them, and no matter what they've done, you'll be there for them, and watch the difference. What?